Thanks so much for joining us. We're only days away from the spookiest day of the year, but a lot of you at home may choose to celebrate over the weekend. So we're here to kind of remind you that there are some safety precautions you need to keep in mind.
6 on Your Side reporter Veronica Ogbe has some of those tips for us today after speaking with KPD officers. Hey, Veronica.
Hey, Lori. Well, if you're a lover of spooky season, the scariest part about it all is that there are some frights KPD wants residents in the area to avoid by following their advice on how to stay safe. Halloween is about trick-or-treating and all things spooky, but KPD wants to make sure no real scary moments take place in the community.
Our goal every day and over this holiday weekend is to keep everybody safe. Our big concerns obviously around the Halloween holiday is specifically there's going to be a lot more people, a lot more pedestrian foot traffic, particularly in some of those residential neighborhoods.
As kids will be out with their families, Scott Erland of KPD says it's important to make sure the trick-or-treaters have on anything that reflects to add to their costume so they're more noticeable. And if possible, fill up those bags and buckets when there's still daylight.
Make sure that you're really aware of your surroundings and you're looking both ways before crossing the road. You're following all the different rules of the road.
And when it comes to the roads, KPD is also giving drivers some tips as well.
We really want people to put away the distractions, slow down in those residential neighborhoods, and just use extra caution and pay attention to your surroundings.
So whether you're the driver or following a trick-or-treater, taking extra precaution over the weekend and on Halloween is all KPD wants the community to keep in mind.
We obviously know this is a fun weekend for a lot of people. We just want people to make sure they're being safe. There's never a bad time to remind you to take any valuables out of your car, particularly your firearms, lock up your car, and just help prevent yourself from becoming a victim if there is anybody out to no good.
And also, when it comes to your kid's costume, if you don't have anything reflective for them to wear, Erland says glow sticks or having a flashlight handy is also a good alternative. Lori.
All right, Veronica. And when it comes to those sweet treats that your kids will be collecting, officers remind you to check that candy carefully, of course. Anything homemade needs to be thrown out unless it's from someone you know. Now, TVI posted this on Twitter today with more good tips on staying safe this Halloween weekend. Some of these Veronica has already mentioned. They say to check the state's sex offender registry, only trick-or-treat with trusted neighbors, dress safely, make sure costumes and candy bags have a reflective surface. And again, as we mentioned, avoid treats that have loose wrappings, are unwrapped, have puncture holes, of course, or are homemade.